Okay, welcome back. Obviously we've done the wings, the tail. I'm all happy and covering with that. Now, fuselage. There are a number of things we need to pre-do before we cover the fuselage. And I've already sanded the nose block. I'm really pleased with that. I spent some time on that, and but be very careful because these structures, I can't believe I didn't manage to break it, but I didn't. So that's all nice and smooth. So, fuselage. Now, I'm going to go a bit rogue here because I'm not going to be using the Park Zone brick this time, because a number of people messaged me after I did the Gentle Lady saying that they couldn't get hold of it or they were worried about the range. So I'm going to install standard servos. I'm using these Jennings D531 BBs. I got these from Robot Birds. So got no link to Robot Birds, that's where I got them from. Now, these are advertised at 3.9 grams. You can buy smaller. I just happen to have these, desperate to finish it, and I thought, you know what, these are going to go in. Now, so what I've done, I think the weight, I think I've added about 5, possibly 6 grams in weight. So what I've actually done, to accommodate the standard servo, I've actually put 2 servo trays using some mixing sticks that I got from Angel Wing Designs. And all I've done is, you can just see that's just glued underneath like so. I used that alphatic glue and left it for some time, so that they are now just going to drop very nicely down into there like so. And also I've done it slightly reversed underneath. One, because you want to allow for the canopy to sit on, and you have to be careful with the space. The other thing is it gives me the height, the exact height to go through these holes. Now, that's the next thing we've got to talk about. I would very much recommend that, in fact I'd say it's virtually impossible to get these push rods in once you've covered the fuselage. It is very fiddly. I ended up trying from the front, and it gets very difficult down the end here. I ended up finding that if I fed it from this end, and actually because the wire's got a little bit of a bow on it, you can actually find it just by twisting it with your hand. You can help guide it into the holes, and then I use these small arterial forceps just to get through. Now, they are now done in place. Now, there was a suggestion on the plans just to cover one side and feed it through. I did these as a trial fit, and do you know what, when I got these in I thought, do you know what, these are staying in. So I've just taped mine down to the bottom. It might get a bit fiddly down here, but I'm actually leaving mine now in situ, ready to cover. I might actually open up this hole, or heaven forbid, and cut through the alien's head. But I'm going to leave this area until I've got it all set up. Then I might be able to use the battery to actually get the balance right. Now, one last thing on the canopy, you'll notice I've now cut this block out of the back here. You'll notice that when you put it on, it was very fiddly. I actually tacked mine with a tiny little bit of glue to give it the strength, but obviously that's now got to have that gap, because that then fits over there like so to go over the servos and the wires. So I'm now happy with all of that. The servos are not going to go in yet. Now I'm going to have a go at covering with the feather cover the fuselage. Okay, so we've now got all the bits together. I successfully managed to cover the fuselage in the feather cover. Again, used that spray, the contact spray, really helped. Even managed to do the canopy, so believe it or not, that's actually covered. For the canopy, I used some Yoo-hoo expanded polystyrene glue. That seems to have worked quite well. So the only thing we now got to do is, the wings need the 4-inch dihedral, the tailplane needs fixing. I got some servos to put in. I got some little dowels for the elastic bands, and she's ready to go. Right, there she is, one finished micro Sinbad. Absolutely lovely kit to put together. Just give you a run through. You already know I'm using the Jennings servos. I have put in a single cell 500 milliamp hour battery, 3.7 volt. I'm using my Futaba receivers that I don't appear to have any issues with running these single cells. I can't make any claims for any other systems, but it seems to work for me. I've just cut a little slot in there, that drops in there beautifully. She's run out at 44 grams. I'll tell you all about the control throws when I get to the hill, but using that weight, the CG has worked out perfectly on the spar. So let's get to a hill.